Today is April the 14th. Kind of showing you a picture of my backyard. First thing I want you to notice, my neighbors got orange trees over here. I did grab a couple off of them, make juice. The ones that were hanging over my fence, I'm not about to jump into there. Also got some lemons, some grapefruits, those little round fruits, whatever. I got this huge fig tree that's just probably protruding over my fence by about 6 foot or so, and it's just got figs everywhere. It'll be ready pretty soon. This is I didn't keep much of the landscape when I moved into this place. I'm just renting, but I do intend to buy it. I do have a couple of trees over there I took out. They're just a little close to the house. I did leave this tree, and this is a pear tree. I do actually have a pear on here somewhere I saw, but I did a lot of trimming to it, and I don't know, I might have, there it is. It's kind of hanging there in the wind. I don't know if you can see it or not. This camera's not the best camera in the world. But that's it, my one little pear that I've seen so far. I was doing a little experiment. Somebody told me you can grow cucumbers and tomatoes, use a tree like this. It doesn't have a lot of, it doesn't have a lot of canopy cover. You can still get good filtered sunlight through there most of the day. Another good thing about this tree is it also gets really good sun from both the morning sun and the evening sun on both of these sides right here. I started off with just this one right here. I didn't have this cage around this, and the dog ate all the leaves off of my very first cucumber plant. It is growing this one little leaf in the center back, and it hasn't died just yet, so we'll see how it does. I bought this cucumber plant today. I just put it in the ground, gave it a little fertilizer, put a little mulch around it, and I'm gonna grow it up against the side of this tree and see how it works. Along with this tomato right here, this tomato is an Arkansas Traveler. It's supposed to do really well with the heat and everything. Again, I'm gonna use these cages to deter that monster right there from eating this little plant right here. So once these plants get big enough, I'm probably just going to get rid of this cage altogether. Again, the tree's for the support, not the cage. The cage is to deter Lily. I bought this year from up in Forest Hill. They have nothing but nurseries up there. Ship all over the world apparently. This Moreau blood orange tree. As you can see, I bought it with all this new growth on it. We're just going to be checking in on this every once in a while and see how it's doing. It's got all this really nice new growth. I really think this is where I'm going to keep it. I did stake it up today. It's kind of getting a little loose here in the pot, as you can see. And it is a little dry. I'm going to water it tomorrow. I was telling you earlier, I do have a little something going on with some leaf miners or something. I can't remember what they call them. I'm trying to treat it with neem oil, give it a couple more weeks and see what happens. Alright, we're going to go out into the front yard here. My neighbors are outside having a picnic. It's a beautiful day out to have a picnic, that's for sure. Alright, first thing we're going to show you is I did have, it's my little herb garden from the side. I did have 3 little bushes here in the front. My neighbor Hector took them out. I still haven't filled in that hole down there at the end. This is my peach tree. It's going to be here for a little while, I guess. We'll see what happens to it. I already got a couple little peaches on it. As you can see, I don't think I'm going to leave them there. I think I'm going to take them off. I pruned this tree maybe a little bit prematurely. We'll see. I don't know. I took about 2 feet off the top. As you can see, this right here. Nice fresh cut. I did that about a couple weeks ago when I bought this tree. So we'll see what happens. To start, this is my elephant ears. This is the other thing in the landscaping that was here that I left, and I'm going to deal with them for a little while so I'll get tired of them. First one I want to show you is my mint plant. This is just the best mint is what it's called. I went ahead and I planted it in a 5-gallon bucket, and then I planted that 5-gallon bucket into the ground. It's protruding. They said about a ½ inch. Mine is probably a good inch and a half above the ground, above the soil level. I do have a whole bunch of mulch though. I do Ruth Stouts. I mean, dirt starts right there. That's dirt. So you can see I've got, that's probably about 5 inches. It was probably close to 8. I prepared this bed back in probably late December when I moved in to mid-January. All through that time I took preparing this bed and everything. This is a pineapple that I'm trying to get going right here. I don't know how it's going to work. All the leaves fell off. We'll see what happens. So I'm keeping it watered pretty heavily too. I'm watering it almost every day. The next one I got, this is Italian oregano. It's doing pretty well. It's got these nice little tops on it. It's supposed to be a perennial. It's supposed to come back again next year, so we'll see what happens. This next thing I've got is a silver thyme. And all these big ones, by the way, the mint, this Italian oregano, the silver thyme, this Tuscan blue raspberry, the basil that's in the ground, and that's wild ass cilantro plant down there at the end. All of them were put in about a month ago, I guess. Silver thyme's really doing good. I've clipped off of this probably about 2 or 3 times now. Made a really nice chicken fried steak with it. And some country gravy too for some biscuits and gravy. This is another thyme that I bought when I went up to Forest Hill. I bought that peach tree and that Merlot blood orange. As you can see, I think I might have watered it too much. It's awfully spindly and it doesn't have a lot of leaves on it and everything. Like, I don't know. I think I watered it too much. But it does, like I did get a little bit of new growth. You can see right there, it's got some leaves. Those weren't there the other day. So, I don't know. Hopefully I didn't kill it. We'll see. Like I said, I think I gave it too much water. I was watering it as much as all the other herbs in my garden, and I probably shouldn't have been doing that. This next one here is my Tuscan blue rosemary. I'm gonna do something a little bit different with this. It's got these little blue flowers that come out on it. I'm gonna try and trim it in the shape of a tree for a little while, like maybe an evergreen tree. You see I got that evergreen shape going on. But as it gets older, I might do a little bonsai with it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it just yet. I've already kind of started down here trimming it a little bit. I'm definitely going to do the tree for a little while. I don't know if I'm going to keep on doing it or not. We'll just see how big my gardens get and how much work it ends up being. I got a lot of basil. This is all basil. You see I got 2 basils in there. I got a purple basil and a green basil. I'm going to actually put these 2 basils in once they get big enough. Maybe next time I do an update, they'll be actually in the ground, growing in the ground instead of in all these little pots. Got all these little pots too. Also growing all basil. I got these basils, by the way, I don't know, I guess about a week ago. Trey had accidentally got a big pack of seeds wet. Well, he got a whole bunch of basil. So he gave a handful to me. I've already given away one to my next door neighbor. And then up in the front right there, I've got something called husk cherry. It's supposed to be like a cross between or it tastes like a strawberry cherry type thing. It has it's a yellowish fruit, got a husk around it like a tomatillo does. It's not going to get too high. It's supposed to be some ground cover. I've never had one before. I've never even had the fruit before, so it's all new to me this year. We're going to see what happens. So see, I got something going on right here with my cilantro. I just picked that leaf off the cilantro plant, and it's kind of like almost a spider web. It just kind of almost crumbles in my hand. Like that leaf right there looks like it's going. Again, I'm going to treat with neem oil. And it says it takes about 3 weeks to do, so this will be my second treatment of neem oil. We'll see what happens. I'm going to show you these 4. I'm going to bring these all a little closer because this is all new growth. This is all something I started, another experiment, if you will. I'm going to show you these 3 first, and we'll save the best one for last. Look, this one's got a little bit of growth right there. If you can see, that little bit of green blur in the middle of the screen. Sorry about the camera. Again, it's a grapefruit tree coming up. This one looks empty. I don't see anything in there at all. I don't know if you can see any little green or blurs or whatever that might resemble grapefruit. So there's nothing in that one yet. This one has got something in there. It's just a little bitty green looking thing. Again, look for the green blur in your screen. That's what it is. I don't know. Anyway, grapefruit trees. This one also, look for the green blur in your screen, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm not going to bore you with that anymore. I'm going to show you the one that I like. This is my favorite one. This is a little bitty green grapefruit tree that sprouted up. I guess I put these seeds in the ground about 3 weeks ago. I tried one seed in a little bit of just paper towels and water. It rotted on me. It didn't make it. So I don't think I'm going to try that again. This method right here in front of me seems to work. I've got a couple of nice little leaves. If I turn this to the side, you can see. So anyway, That's my garden. That's what it's going to be growing just this year. Not much, just really scarce, just some herbs and a bunch of experiments really. Next year, like I said, I plan on buying the place. I plan on expanding. We're going to probably put some strawberries in and some blackberries and all that other good stuff. So we'll see you in a couple weeks.